Before we moved to Las Vegas, we lived in Houston for 2 years and a half, and actually it was the first city when we moved to US. It was the first city where we started our exploration, started to explore USA. Yes, it's amazing because, as I said, in the octagon, I started my US fighter career here in Houston under the Legacy promotion, and now I came back as a UFC champion. So it's and like did the performance here. Take the victory and not just a victory, but by points, by TKO. It's I feel amazing. It's feeling so good. No, I don't know. It's difficult to say because I try to every time to give my best, and I never discarding that. Probably it's going to be something more excited someday in the future. But for sure, I can say that I try to give my best all the time. For me, I cannot say that I feel that because it's hard to feel where you actually improving yourself each time. But I can say definitely that I'm working on myself. Doesn't matter what position like I am right now as a champion, whatever. I am working on myself each training. I think there is still good fighters, still brilliant girls in flyweight division. I think what I want to do is keep defending my belt as much as I can. But I know in the future this fight against Amanda is gonna happen sometime. So when it's gonna be time, I think it's going to be a good fight.
Man, it was super important. It felt super good, man, again, for it to be here in Houston, in front of my beautiful Houston fans out here. I had so much love and support out there, man. You could feel the vibration of the crowd. It was great, super important, man. I'm glad I got the win. It was super special, you know. Getting in the win column, of course, that's great. I know you guys know that my first opponent, Arroyo, had some issues, some medical issues, so he couldn't make it into the fight. Hope that guy's all right. But yeah, and then just for somebody else to step up and still give me the opportunity to fight at home. You know, it's been my dream to come out here and fight in front of my crowd at home, and you know, it would have sucked to cut weight and everything, and within 24 hours just not be able to fight and have to pack it and go home, you know. So again, shout out to Krause. Much love to the guy for that. Yeah. I thanked him as soon as he took it. I saw him in the hallway, shook his hand, let him know that I appreciated that, especially for him to be coming up weight class to do that. Also, when we were back getting checked out by the doctors, I knew he was on the other side of the curtain, so I flipped the curtain open and let him know that I got much respect for him, that he's a beast of a fighter, and that I believe in him and his skill set. With me, I never think too much once it goes to a decision. I don't like decisions. Again, I'm happy with it though, just because, you know, this is a UFC fight. You know, you got the best fighters in the world coming out here and fighting, you know. So anytime you win a UFC fight, you should be happy regardless. So I'll take that decision. And yeah, so I'm happy with it. I'm not sure. I'll go out and see everybody that came out and showed me love, and you know, pay some love and respect to the Houston crowd that gave me love when I was out there fighting, and then we'll just take it from there.
Feels surreal. It's kind of hard to. It's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling to be a part of history in this way. I think it's going to take somebody a very long time to beat this record. A lot of work, especially where MMA is going. I feel like our toughest fighters are still ahead of us. So I'm very grateful. He's right up there with Gustafsson and Thiago Santos. I would say more up there with the first Gustafsson fight. Yes, I wasn't expecting the pace. But now that I know, that's what people are going to be trying to do, I just need to pick it up and match more. The fight was very close. I just need to watch the fight. Everyone's worthy of a second chance, though. One thing they told me was, you may need this fifth round. So that's what I gave him, the fifth round. I felt like I really started to pick it up in the fifth round and just started outscoring him majorly. And then those takedowns, takedowns are big points. I think takedowns are worth way more than a heavy shot. You never know what these judges are going to do. I looked over at my manager, and he said, "Jon, you got it, 3-2. And I trust him because he watches a lot of fights. And so I felt like I had it.
Yeah, pretty emotional. Like even before we walked out, I had some nerves get to me. And I think for me, it's like physically, I'm always going to be like in good shape. I'm always learning. I feel like in the gym, I'm usually pretty good at executing what my coaches want me to do. I think physically, I'm able to do everything, but mentally and emotionally, that's where I've run into trouble as a fighter, you know. And for me to be able to like overcome that every time is such a big challenge. And so I'm getting better at it, you know, but it's still a challenge. It's one of the biggest challenges for me personally. It's just a big card. Like it's my first pay-per-view. I had a bunch of people fly in to come support me. Andrea is such a tough opponent. She keeps a high pace. You know, a lot of my weaknesses are her strengths. And just not letting a lot of negative self-talk get to me, you know. Yeah, I think that's kind of it, is just trying to like overcome that negative self-talk and get in there and be the best I can be. Because really, I think like when I show up to fight, I think I could beat anybody. Like if I'm mentally on point, I think I can beat anybody. But the challenge for me is to be mentally on point, and that's kind of been my journey. I'm still working on it. I'm still learning, but I'm getting a lot better, you know. And so tonight to go in and put a performance like that against such a tough fighter and somebody in the top 10. I'm unbelievably proud of myself. I'm so glad that like I got to walk out with the win tonight. I'm so proud of myself. Before they even read the decision, it was like I just knew I'd given it everything I had. I could hear my coaches. I was doing what they were telling me to do. I gave it my absolute 110%, and so I just knew there was like, okay, there's nothing more that anybody could ask of me. I gave it everything I could. And really, after that, it's like the decision is out of my hands, because I've won fights before that maybe I should have lost. I've lost fights before that I definitely should have won. I've been on the right end and the wrong end of split decisions. Like, you can never tell when it goes to the judges what's going on. And so for me to not focus so much on winning and losing and just really try to focus on my performance has been a really big step in the right direction. And I was just really proud of myself for giving it my all and not quitting and not letting those emotions kind of take over. It would mean an extra $50,000. So yeah, I do hope we get fight of the night. I mean, people love a good bloody girl fight. This would be my second one in the UFC. So yeah, I think this would be my fourth win. This is my fourth win in the UFC, I think, right? Yeah, this is my fourth win. It would be my second bonus, my first appearance on a pay-per-view. And I think my performance tonight showed that I do belong on these big cards. You know, I can hang with the best of the best. I'm a top 5 fighter in the UFC, and I don't think anybody can dispute that.
Yeah, man, I'm enjoying it right now. I still got more to do, you know. Go enjoy this week and go talk about what we need to talk about. But hey, man, I'm super blessed and grateful to be in this position and to get my first win in the UFC. Oh yeah, man, I accepted as soon as he calls me. I was like, let's go. Whatever medicals and stuff you want me to do, I'll do it right now. So I was very happy and just ready. I stayed ready for my whole 5 weeks that I was getting ready for a fight, and all of a sudden they called me and be like, hey, this fight is going to be in the UFC, so I couldn't be more grateful for that. Oh yeah, I cornered him against my teammate Phil Gonzalez, so I know exactly what the kid brings, so that's why you guys saw me moving all over the place and doing my thing, so I get to show a little of everything to this fight. Oh yeah, man, it was definitely, I mean, I should have went more in the middle a little bit more, controlled the middle, but hey man, you know, what did Mike Tyson say? You have a game plan to get hit, so the game plan changes a little bit, but man, I still stuck with it a little bit, and we went from there. Man, I really don't care, man. I'm ready. This is what I do. This is what I was born to do, and this is what I'm willing to do. Go enjoy my family this week. Go enjoy a little time off, and then we go on. Remember, my coach always gives us a week off, and then we go to business. So I'm very excited. Oh yeah, man, I'm always ready, man. If you look at my career, it's been a bunch of short notices. So I really don't care. I go right back to back. So I'm very excited, man.
My thoughts was that I know it was going to be close because he did get some takedowns on me, but he really didn't do any damage. So guys, hopefully they see that the commissioner and the judges not going for that just take down and lay and pray type technique. I'm always trying to go for the finish, and it sucks that I couldn't get it. Now I'm still tied with the most knockouts. Of course, like I say, it was a close fight, and you can't just win a fight off for just takedowns like that. That's what I believe. some fights it might go like that, but if you're just going to take the guy down and not really doing it, advancing and nothing like that. And the referee kept saying you got to do something, you got to do more than that, got to be active. And he wasn't, so yeah, my coach said it was 1-1 in the second. It was 1-1. No, he was saying 1-1 in the third, so I had to go after it in the third. I wanted to get a highlight knockout, and also that's one of the reasons why I wanted to lose some weight and be in better shape so I can always have that in my arsenal. I felt real different. I felt in real good shape, even though that we didn't have the best of camps, and I was feeling real good out there. Oh yeah, for sure. It's and I'm not even where I need to be at in weight-wise. I want to be fighting at like 250, 255 range. You should see, because right now this really was just a test of a type of training camp that I had, and it should be a lot better than the next fight. Hopefully we turn around real quick, and hopefully it don't be no longer than a month. I'll be back in the octagon. It doesn't matter who, because right now all the guys already got fights that's ahead of me. But DC and Stipe holding up the division, so we got to wait and see when those guys going to fight. If I would love to get a rematch with DC.
No, it wasn't frustrating. I mean, I wanted to showcase that, I'm not just the brawler that just goes forward and, gets into a fist fight for 3 rounds. I wanted to show that I can pick my shots and that I'm a technical striker out there. Oh, it feels good. It feels good that all the work you put into camp comes to fruition and you get a nice finish, and I'm pretty happy about that. I was kind of throwing it out there. I didn't want to throw it too hard to where he would, back up and throw a hard shot. But once I seen he wasn't really moving, he's kind of staying stationary. That last one I threw at full power. I'm not too sure. I mean, hopefully by the end of this year I'll be breaking the top 15 and on my way to get that loss. I mean, I feel pretty good right now. I'll see in the morning. Usually that's when the pain comes. So, but I mean, whatever card is in Vegas next, that's the one I want to get on. I want to fight in Vegas. Oh no, I'm not a big fan of calling people out. Just whoever. I like the place. I want to call out the place. I want to fight in Vegas.
For me, that was a pretty good one. I really enjoy those 3-round wars, those victories. Sometimes for me, that's better than a finish, because that's so much experience I just gained over a really solid opponent. So definitely one of the best ones in my career. I went in there, made a statement in the first round, showed that I belonged, let off the gas a little bit in the second round, but came back and really secured that third round and proved that I'm one of the best. It's time to get that respect. I'm barely getting started in this. I'm getting better every single day. I'm growing with the sport. I'm working a full-time job as a manager, and I'm in there fighting the best guys in the world. I'm growing. I'm getting better every single day, and people better start respecting me because I'm coming from. They just put Sadiq Youssef in the rankings. He just beat Andre Fili. He's 4 in a row now. He just got ranked. So I'm 5 in a row, just beat Mirsad, who was ranked right before I fought him. He was number 13. So I think I deserve to be ranked for sure. And if I don't get ranked, then the rankings are bullshit and it's a myth. Get another good fight, I think I got a new contract to renegotiate with the UFC. I love my job here. I love the UFC. I want to keep it here. I want to become the champion here at the UFC. And we're going to go in there, review with the team, but definitely want to get back in there and just keep the ball rolling. Well, I just got one actually, but Mirsad was a great opponent, but let's keep it going. Keep giving me those names, and I'm gonna keep knocking them down.
Yeah, man. I spoke it into existence, man. I dreamed that, and I've been chasing it, and dream come true. Man, it's a blessing. It's just a start. It's just a start of a long legacy. Whoever they put in front of me, that's who's gonna be next. I'm gonna just continue to keep training, continue to keep growing every day, and keep getting better, and one day fight for that title. As long as I don't get hurt right now, I'm feeling good. If I keep finishing fights like that, within first round without no injuries, of course. It was just an opportunity that I couldn't pass up, man. I was just so happy. Just got straight into the gym that night, shut everything down. I was actually changing the headlight on the car, and I was just put that down, got into the gym. It really didn't. I didn't care who it was. I was just blessed with the opportunity. I was just happy to get in here and just, show my talent. I believe in myself. I believe in my hard work, and it's just the moment I was waiting on.
Man, I'll take whatever comes right now. The last fight I thought I was gonna finish someone in, and I got finished. Oh man, thank you, bro. Shout out to Vincent Anderson. So yeah, you know, I'm ready for 3 rounds, man. It may not look like that, but I got some cardio there, bro. Yeah, I'm here to knock people out. That's what I've said. I've said from the start, and I've said again. I'm here to put on a show, you know, like people don't want to see heavyweights hugging each other, and the next thing you know, they're just like wet blankets on each other. Yeah, 100%, you know, like what a way to get chucked into the deep end. I saw Mark in December, and Mark Hunt was like, well, at least you can't get a burst in there, eh? And I was like, yeah, true. So this whole fight week, the walkout, everything was a lot more, you know, I was a lot more calm. Take my time, get a real feel for the fight. Usually I like to just come and dominate, but this time I just took my time, got patient, and came away with the win. Yeah, you know, if they give me the right opponent, they kind of pushed me to this opponent without putting me on UFC Auckland. So I was like, man, I'll take it. I'll run it back. I'll show these guys. So we'll see. I got a bit of niggle that I have to see, you know. So if I get that clearance cleared, I'll be fine. No, not really. You know, anyone. There's a lot of heavyweights there. It's only my 2nd fight. It's only my 5th ever professional MMA fight. I've only been in the game for like 2.5 years. So give me some time, bro. Surely.